seconds. Alright, now get the fuck out. Go, go, go.
No, I'm taking this one.
No girls allowed. No girls. Nobody in Slam has a girlfriend.
Put your pussy lips on live, I'll give you $1,000.
What is up, my dudes? It's your boy Skinny Penis, and I am back with another one. Today we are checking out Agonal Breathing, Bloodthirsty, Mutilation. I've been looking forward to this one. I actually got to interview Brandon of Agonal Breathing a couple, like 2 months ago, about this album when it was still not quite finished yet. And he gave us some insight on it and talked about it. And since that day, I have really been looking forward to listening to this. And I wanted to get to this, you know, the day it dropped, and, you know, life doesn't always allow for that kind of thing, because, you know, fuck being happy and doing the things we want to do, right? My mug has Goku on it. But we get into it now, and I am really, really looking forward to this. I've heard a lot of really good things amongst the metal community over the last week about it, so we gonna check it out right now. Now, I am only going to react to half of this on camera, and I'm going to listen to the rest off camera, and then we'll talk about it. And, you know, I'll give you my 2 cents. You know, all the things you guys actually come to the channel for is to hear my musically inclined self critique the music before we. If you guys want to watch the original video, links will be down in the description down below. Probably turn on the little screen. Man, when y'all said y'all were going a new direction music-wise, I didn't know it was gonna be like trap slam, but I'm here for it. But those of you who don't know, Lewis, the guy who writes all the instrumentals of Agonal Breathing, he actually makes like trap metal music on the side, which I thought was fucking awesome. But anyway. Somewhere. Okay. That was beautiful. Yes. Oh, it's gonna be a good album. Woo! Well, oh, that drop. Okay. By the way, I'm not even going to try to say some of these song titles on here. I can't pronounce normal words, much less some of these, so yeah. Man, the drops on this one, god damn. That snare just pings so good. Slam breakdown. Oh, that's dirty. And it's just getting slower. What was that? Very clean transition. It just keeps going. Just drop after drop after drop, man. Damn. Alright, I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna try not to anyway. I'm gonna try not to stop in between every single song because God, that would make this video long. But I will say there are a lot of drops in this so far. I'm not complaining because while there are a lot of them, they all hit so perfectly that it doesn't get old. You know, if this were another band that wasn't using them like this, I would start to I would nah, just take that out. There are people that heavily rely on those drops for impact, and I get that, but it gets to the point where it's like, it's just so repetitive. But these are all used very tastefully, and it's a breath of fresh air because honestly, a lot of the drops in Slam are just like there's just so many Slam projects, especially that those drops just get so repetitive, and they're all used the exact same way. So I like this so far. Let's get back into it, shall we? That's a nice chunky riff. Nice. Just a seamless transition between the faster stuff all the way to just the dirty slams. Well, okay. That's gross. Sounds like a pig being strangled. Dig it. Nice. That riff is so mean. face is starting to hurt. Give yourself carpal tunnel with that rip. That was gross. Bring it back slower. Beautiful. Alright. I'm not going to jinx it, but I think that's probably my new favorite song by Agonal Breathing. Jesus Christ, that one was fucking fire! It's also really cool to see how Lewis's skills in trap metal are able to be implemented in something as just dirty and brutal as this. And I just love the fact that while those two things seem so opposite from each other, that he can still implement it in a way that's tasteful and serves the album as well as the genre that the album is in. You know, I mean, you have bands do it all the time. They try to bring in other elements, and it doesn't really stay true to the genre because they don't use it right. But that was cool. The drops are another perfect example of that. Just perfectly executed. This one so far is, while it is more primal, I will say, than the previous albums, in my opinion, instrumentally is just fucking awesome. And of course, Brandon, your vocals, fucking mint. Let's get back in there, shall we? Ah, I remember this one. This is the one he let me preview. That's nasty. My god, the drum work on this one. It just gets worse. Just slower. Just every time a little slower. I know I said I wasn't going to talk in between every single song, but it looks like that's what we're doing. I've never actually had the pleasure of talking with Lewis. I know he writes all the instrumentals, and I think he does all the mixing and mastering too. I don't remember that for certain, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say these drums are programmed because I mean, if you can actually play all these instruments like that, Lewis, like, I commend you. You're a god amongst men. But I've noticed, especially a lot in slam, I won't say most, but a lot of the drums are programmed, and I don't look down on that. But I imagine when Lewis was putting the song together instrumentally, and he was thinking, man, what should I do for the drums? I think he just imagined if you just gave this real scrawny slam player just fucking 10 lines of coke and told him to go off. I think that's what he came up with, because Jesus fucking Christ, that was ridiculous. Oh man, that's awesome. So, as I said, I did the interview with Brandon about a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that, where we talked about the album, what we could expect, and he shared with you know how each album kind of has like a concept behind it of what it was about. Pure Agony was like, I forget the word he used, but it was like a like surgical torture or medical torture, that kind of stuff. Just like really fucked up torment of the human body, but in a way where you kept alive as long as possible. That kind of shit. Um, Honestly, I can't remember what the second album is about. Just drawing a blank there. Sorry, Brandon. And he told me this one was just about fucking being ripped to shreds by jungle creatures and shit. And you know, the sound of the album is very complimentary of that because I'm not calling it Caveman Slam by any means, because it's not Caveman Slam. There's still an intelligent design here, whereas you know Caveman's just kind of, you know, a caveman could write it, you know, but it's self-explanatory. Um, but this was definitely a more primal sound from the dudes in Agonal Breathing. But what I really liked was, yes, it was far more primal, but it was also very well mixed and mastered. It was, I mean, it was just put together very, very, very well. I'm looking here right now to check it out. Mastered by Abnormal Decay Productions in Puerto Cabello, Venezuela. Uh, I'm fairly certain that's Lewis's label or Lewis's brand. Uh, I don't know that for certain, so if I have that wrong, I mean, sorry. But I mean, even more impressive if the guy that wrote all your instrumentals can also, you know, mix and master things properly and make it sound this good, because this is a very dirty genre. It's not meant to sound clean. It's not meant to be pretty. But because of that, we end up with a lot of stuff that sounds like shit. And people are like, well, it's slam, bro. It's gotta sound like shit. Or my personal favorite, oh, shit mix is black metal, bro. Like, maybe it was at first, homie, but that's because they couldn't afford anything else. Like, you have so much free shit at your disposal to make it sound at least somewhat intelligible. But anyway, I'm getting on a tangent we don't need to get involved in. The point is, it's very well mixed and mastered, in my humble opinion. I'm not a producer by any means, as many people in the comment section like to remind me, but I do have working ears, and I know that this sounds very good. And as much slam gets sent my way now, I feel like I'm at least somewhat well versed in the genre by now. The artwork, I mean, YouTube censors fucking everything. But I kind of get why they censored this one. If you want to see it uncensored, just go to what is it, Brutal Mind? Yeah, go to Brutal Mind and look at the merch, because it's fucking sick. You know what? I can't monetize this video anyway. I'm going to show it to you. Alright, there you go. Y'all see that? Y'all see this shit right here? Oh, wow, that's not what I wanted. See that? Just fucking jungle mutilation shit, man. Just some real messed up, just jungle murder, man. Just look at the detail. That gators are just ganking motherfuckers. That snake over there is about to eat that guy. The skeleton in the background is cheering on the animals. This guy's looking for his next meal. Blood dripping down his face, so he's probably already eaten someone. But it looks like all the meals are currently, shall we say, spoken for. Yeah, I don't see any fresh meat for you, buddy. Sorry. Should have got it while I was there. The merch is just like fucking clean, man. Like if you got the money for it and you want some sick fucking merch, head over to Brutal Mind and, man, just pick up one of the t-shirts. Personally, I think I'm going to get me one of these flags as soon as I can, because no disrespect to anything on my wall, but that needs to be on my wall. That would look really, really good on my wall. Just saying. But overall, I mean, the high points were very obvious. I mean, it's brutal slam that's still at least somewhat intelligible, you know. Yeah, it's very primal and dirty, and it's what a lot of slam fans look for. You know, if it gets too clean, then I mean, isn't really slam anymore. So, I mean, Agonal Breathing, I don't think they've ever really disappointed me with a release, but this This one was pretty solid. Ripped to Pieces and Interminable Death Roll. That second one was one that I got to preview on my channel when I interviewed him, and I'd heard it before, but I just forgot how disgusting it was. And Ripped to Pieces, I mean, honestly, that might be my new favorite Agonal Breathing song overall. It's just fucking incredible, brutal, awesome riff work, just top tier all the way around. I mean, everyone always feels the need to rate everything, so I'm gonna give you 8.5 thumbsy uppy boys out of 10. I think that's fair. Once again, guys, awesome album, and it was well worth the wait. And I would just want to say thanks again for letting me check it out, and also coming on the channel and talking with me about it beforehand. Because, man, I've done some interviews that were kind of hard to get through, but Brandon and I, that interview was like smooth like butter, man. He's an easy guy to talk to. I'm fairly certain we talked for like an hour and a half off camera, and then there's like another hour on camera that didn't even make it into the interview. Like, I'm pretty sure Alex was pretty pissed at me having to edit that thing. But anyway, much love, guys. Awesome as usual. You guys are killing it. Keep it up. And thank you for watching. And if you liked it, go support Agonal Breathing. Check out their shit. Follow them on the social media. Buy the album. Buy a digital copy. Buy a physical copy. Buy a wall flag or some shit. Just don't buy all of them, because once they're gone, and I really want one. So, help me out there. Skinny Penis out.